One of my favorite things about Star Wars Squadrons is the fact that you can excel in this game no matter what you're playing on. Whether you have a throttle and stick built right into your chair, or you're playing on a console controller much like myself, there's no clear piece of superior hardware and it's a relatively equal playing field, which is pretty awesome. With that said, professional players on the console do make a small change that allows them to much more easily manipulate the boost drifting mechanics in Star Wars Squadrons. Oh, what's up you guys? I'm not amazing, I'm just mediocre, and I'm here today to share with you the simple change that console controller players can make to take their boost drifting to the next level. But first we're just going to describe a little bit more about how that boost drifting works to make sure you understand why this change will help you. So in order to get a boost drift going, first you have to put all the power into engines to build up your boost meter, then you hit your boost button to start the boost, then hold the boost button again in order to get that boost drift. Previously I thought you just clicked the button in order to get the boost drift, but no, you actually have to hold that boost button down after the boost in order to get the drift going, and this allows you some extremely sharp turns. And not only that, while you're holding your boost button down in the middle of your boost drift, you are actually recharging your boost meter. And this is why you see the top tier players in Star Wars Squadrons like Scout Waka in a near constant state of boost drifting. Now this is definitely possible to do with the default controls and the boost button mapped to your left stick click, but it's much more difficult to adjust your throttle and perform different rolling maneuvers while you're doing your boost drifts and having it mapped to the left stick. So we're going to make a couple changes here in the controls. First, if you haven't already, you're going to want to go into your controls and toggle off the function where you can stop your boost by slowing down your throttle. You actually want to be able to adjust your throttle while you're boosting, because if you put your throttle into the middle in the sweet spot, that's where you have the best maneuverability, even during a boost drift. So you are going to be adjusting that up and down throughout the course of the game while you're boosting, and you don't want that to interrupt the process of you trying to boost drift. So make sure you have that turned off. And if we go over to our controls, if you didn't know, you actually have the ability to change every single function of every button in this game. You can remap every single thing if you wanted to, have your own completely unique control scheme. But we're not going to get that in depth, not that complicated here. We're going to stick mostly with the default controls, and we're only going to change two functions, the boost and the targeting. We're going to take the boost button and change it from where it was on the left stick, and now it's going to be on my left trigger. L2 on PlayStation, left trigger for Xbox users, and then it's holding for that boost drifting. This is going to make it much easier to perform your boost drifts. And then since the targeting was previously on the left stick, we're going to switch that now to our right stick click. This way we can still select targets without having to move our thumbs off of our flight sticks, which is extremely important. You want to be able to have those thumbs on those flight sticks as often as possible so you can point your starfighter in the correct direction. But the fact is that when you have the boost button on your left trigger instead of your stick, it's much easier to perform insane boost drifts that you just simply wouldn't be able to handle when you had a left stick click boost. Now I gotta warn you, this is probably going to take some time to get used to, especially if you've been playing Star Wars Squadrons on the default control scheme. You've got that muscle memory built up, and your hands are going to be trying to do the same thing they always did while you're forcing them to learn new habits. So feel free to spend a few hours in fleet battles versus AI, mastering this new control scheme and getting a handle on your new level of drifting ability. I'll tell you what, most of the time when I was testing this out, nobody could shoot me, but I ended up killing myself by crashing trying to get a handle on the insane level of drifting that I now had access to by switching up my control scheme. My eyes have been opened to a whole new world of piloting possibilities, and I've only just begun to scratch the surface of it. I'm still trying to master advanced techniques like dead drifting, which is simple in concept, but actually making good use of it in a fleet battle is going to take a lot of practice, and you will definitely be seeing a video on that coming in the future. If you guys learned something by watching this video, please drop a like on it. And if you want some tips and tricks on how to stop dying so much in Star Wars Squadrons, go ahead and click the video you see on your screen right now. I have beginner, intermediate, advanced, and expert level ideas on how to help you evade the enemies on your tail. Hope to see you in that video. In the meantime, I'm not amazing, I'm just mediocre, and I'm out.